Cherry Potter lived in a small village called Elderspell. It was a happy place. Cherry loved to play in the village. She had many friends. Cherry had a special cloak. It was bright red. It made her feel brave. She also had a magic wand. It was made from the wood of a cherry tree. In the middle of Elderspell stood the whispering tree. It was very old and very tall. The tree had leaves that whispered secrets in the wind. People in the village said the tree protected them. The whispering tree was very important to everyone. The villagers often gathered under the tree. They would have picnics and tell stories. Cherry loved to listen to the tree's whispers. They sounded like magic spells. She felt safe and loved under its branches. One day the sky turned dark. Black clouds gathered above Elderspell. The wind howled angrily. The villagers were scared. They had never seen such a terrible storm. Then they saw the whispering tree. Its leaves were turning brown. They were falling to the ground. The tree was dying. The villagers panicked. What would happen without the whispering tree? Who would protect them now? The children started to cry. The adults looked to each other for answers, but no one knew what to do. Fear filled their hearts. Cherry watched from her window. She felt scared too, but she knew she had to do something. The whispering tree was too important to lose. Cherry put on her red cloak. She felt brave. She took her magic wand in her hand. Then she had an idea. Cherry would follow the falling petals. Maybe they would lead her to the problem. Cherry followed the path of petals. They led out of the village and into the woods. The forest was dark and scary. Cherry held her wand tightly. She was afraid, but she kept going. She had to be brave. She had to save the whispering tree. Deeper and deeper she went until she reached a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood a figure made of ice. It shimmered like a diamond in the darkness. This was the spirit of winter, and he was very, very sad. "Why are you sad?" Cherry asked. The spirit of winter spoke in a voice as cold as ice. "I am lonely," he said. "I want to cover everything in ice and snow." Cherry knew she had to help. She remembered the stories her grandmother used to tell about the spirit of winter. He wasn't always cold and lonely. Once he had loved springtime and laughter, but something had happened to make him sad. Cherry closed her eyes and thought of her warm home. She thought of her family and friends. She thought of the happy times in Elderspell, especially under the whispering tree. Then she began to sing. She sang a song about love and home. She sang about the laughter of children and the warmth of the sun. The spirit of winter listened to her song. As she sang, the ice around his heart began to melt. He felt a flicker of warmth. When Cherry finished her song, the spirit of winter looked at her with sad eyes. "Your song is beautiful," he said. "It reminds me of a time when I was not so cold." Cherry smiled. "I know you're not really bad," she said. "You're just lonely." The spirit of winter sighed. He handed her a tiny seed. It shimmered with a pink light. "Plant this under the whispering tree," he said. "It will bring back the warmth." Then he disappeared. Cherry hurried back to the village. She planted the seed under the whispering tree. A pink light spread from the seed. It covered the whole tree.